Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, where you can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Olympia Ranger ladies jacket available at RevZilla.com. So the Ranger is brand new for 2014. It is the successor to the extremely popular and versatile AST2 jacket. That means it's going to be 3 to 4 season, really optimized for fall, winter, spring, with a great amount of ventilation, allows you to stretch it through the summer. Now, ladies, if you're looking for more of an adventure do-it-all jacket that's really more spring, summer, fall oriented, that you could stretch into the winter, really the Air Glide is going to be the one you need to look at. This guy is a bit more adventure-y, a little bit more bulletproof, but again, really screams and really performs well in extreme cold weather as well. Now, if we look at it, you're still looking at a lot of the great DNA that came from the AST2 in the way that it's put together, the way that it will protect you, and in many cases, the way that it will fit. But there are 4 key changes that really were enough to where Olympia said it's not going to be the AST3, it's going to be the Ranger, because it really is a completely new jacket. The first change you're going to see is the style. Olympia has restyled their full line for this year. It's a much more contemporary style, but it's still very American. And I'm not just talking about this Patriot colorway. It's the styling is going to be boxy. It's going to have a nice American cut to it. It has a nice look to it, but it's not that overly narrow European type fit that a lot of the Olympia customers are not going to be big fans of. But again, it's nice and svelte. I will also say that one of my favorite features on the new version here on the Ranger is going to be the updates to all the venting. Now, the way that this is laid out, it doesn't come all the way to the shoulder. It's going to be a separate panel. The way that the Velcro stays in place, these are your big vents, and they're much easier to keep open at this point. So notice how the arm opens up. Notice here on the chest that I would be able to open this chest vent, cinch it down, and keep it open. Again, Olympia is thinking about ways to get and promote airflow when you're in that riding position in the hotter times of the year to circulate even better. So the Ranger will vent better in summertime riding than the AST2 did. Again, though, it is a beefy, big, heavy jacket. The other 2 changes are more nuanced. So you'll see it in a second when I turn cap backwards that there's going to be a removable hood, stowaway hood built into the collar, which is a nice addition. And now the removable thermal liner, 80 grams of Thinsulate on the inside, is fully styled. So it sits as a destination liner that you can wear standalone on the bike, off the bike. It's wind resistant, water resistant, but it encapsulates the thermal component via the Thinsulate. So again, you're going to leave that in for the cooler times of the year. Now, taking a big step back from it, remember, this is a waterproof jacket using an Aquatech liner that's baked in. So the outer shell actually has these direct vents, but behind it are going to be within the jacket, again, and they're direct vents passing through the body. It's going to be your Aquatech liner that's waterproof and breathable, and that's non-removable. And that's why I really give it that 3 to 4 season rating, but really optimize it for rain, wind, cold. It's going to do a great job of having that baked-in waterproof, windproofiness to block Mother Nature out. Now, thinking through the rest of the jacket, let's talk briefly about fit. Kat's 5'10". She's going to be 135 pounds with a slender frame. She's wearing a small. She's kind of right in between an extra small and a small. She could go either way. Now, depending on how her build was at 5'10", she could easily fill out this small a little bit further if she had a little bit more of a bust, or if she had a little bit different of a hip shape or belly, depending on which. And that's one of the things that Olympia does so well, is has a nice female shape to it, but there's going to be a lot of adjustability. You have 8 inches in the waist. You have a lot of adjustability here on the arms. And again, looking at the jacket, that is one of the big differentiators, that you have a lot of room to adjust any of the more American cut Olympia pieces of gear as you go up their sizing food chain. And we do find that it fits just like its predecessor, the AST2 did. So ladies, if you're used to wearing a medium in Olympia, you now have the option for a newer style with the same fit pattern that you're used to. And as always, I'd love for you to click right here, subscribe to us at RevZilla TV, leave me your comments, your questions, and your feedback on the new Ranger within the Olympia line. Now, diving back into the jacket, let's walk through some of the nuances. And remember, this is the Patriot colorway. There are guy jackets available as well that come in this red, white, and blue. It's almost that BMW color. There's also fatigue green, and there's a high-vis and black version. And notice the outer shell. One of my favorite things about this jacket is they use premium materials. So it's legit Cordura throughout, 500D in the main construction, and then 2000D in the impact areas. You'll see it down the arm. You'll see it in the shoulder. Nice. Notice how they baked in the new style reflectivity with basic piping, as well as some of this tape that's done in a nice design format and fashion. Now, if you dive in one step internally on the gear, and you're going to think about the armor, it's going to be CE rated armor in the shoulder, as well as the elbows and forearms. You're also going to have a CE rated back pad for level 1. Now, one of my gripes with the Olympia armor is that I'd like to see them progress with it a little bit further. It's the same armor we've seen throughout the last few years, but again, it passes the CE standard, and again, that's me nitpicking on it. If I had my druthers, they would upgrade it over time, and again, I hope they take that feedback and improve the piece on the next version. Now, looking at some of the other nuances here. we talked about the ventilation scheme. So you have your chest vent, you have your arm vent that goes all the way down, you have some of your cinches, you have the ability to cinch that open and keep that airflow flowing. Rubberized buttons so they're not going to scratch your tank, and then you do have some basic waterproof pockets down the front here. These are cargo style pockets, and behind them would be hand warmer pockets. You see there's a basic zip here, and actually, Kat, I'm going to turn you to the side really quickly. I'll show the side, and let's move your arm really quickly. You're going to see hand warmer pocket, expansion gusset down here, and you see the way that waist adjuster ties in. Now, sticking with our theme of airflow, you saw the front ventilation. Here would be our back ventilation, just like on the Guys version. Water-resistant zip covering a direct vent. This is your exhaust port. And as I said when I reviewed the Guys jacket, it's a little harder to get to if you're wearing it. Actually, it's going to be impossible to get to do on your own. So it is one of those, pull the jacket off really quickly or have your friend quickly zip it down for you. But again, it has the ability to loop back on itself, stay open, and promote great airflow. Turn backwards for me, Kat, all the way. Notice, back pad is baked in. You're going to have your pouch in the back. This is a waterproof pocket that's going to allow you to stow your internal Thermalite liner that you're going to be able to pull out and pull your thermal layer, stow it, and you'll have it for later. And then notice the way the back is put together. Reflective piping across the top, 2000D Cordura going all the way across the impact areas. And notice the high collar. It was hard to see from the front with Kat's hair in the way. But again, nice neoprene roll at the top. And then this is one of the newer features for this year, is you're getting this baked in water-resistant hood that's going to be comfortable and actually wraps all the way around to the front. It's going to be this rollout hood that, again, is a nice upgrade over last year's model. Again, they're finding ways to incorporate more bang for the buck into these pieces. Kat, do you mind throwing that on really quickly? Just kind of go that way with it. You're going to see how it comes together on the front. And then, Kat, come around to the front really quickly. And you're going to see it even has this piece right on the front. There we go. There's my last snap. That would come across. You can pull that across. There's Velcro on the other side. And snap that down, so you're going to have the ability to put that gaiter together, and you'd be good to go going into a rainstorm or even if you get hit with a cloudburst. Unzip down from the front for me really quickly. You're going to see how the collar comes apart, Velcro at the top, nice big TPR pull. Notice how this rain gutter is designed on the front, dual flap construction, because again, that's your waterproofing. Remember, your waterproofing is baked into the outer shell. And as you can see, as it comes down, there you go. There's your outer shell. Basic pockets on the inside. This is your waterproof barrier. And then you can see on the inside, hand warmer pocket. And again, you can get a shot of the standalone, completely styled inner liner. This is going to have your thermal, your 80 grams. Notice it's ripstop as well, and it's completely finished. And it's built into a standalone base layer. So the next step in your journey is to click right here and read other rider reviews of the new Olympia Ranger jacket. That would be the pair for the ladies' Pro Max 2 pants at RevZilla.com. Remember, you don't have to take my word for it, but allow me to help you frame out the best use and riding case scenarios for the Ranger jacket. As always, we're going to ship for free, and if you want to talk to a lady gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.